Volcanoes resonate differently than mountains. I have traversed ridgelines around the world, but the first sight of Shasta left me speechless. 14,000 feet of fire-forged rock standing alone, with a prominence comparable to Rainier. I arrived thinking I would rest and maybe reset. Instead, the mountain offered me an initiation. The winds felt like a welcoming presence, and people refer to it as a vortex. You experience it before you fully believe it. A week spent in its presence challenged my habits, leaving me, the van, and everything that remained afterwards changed, all needing to adapt to this new integration. The drive from Colorado to Mount Shasta took over 18 hours, more than 1,000 miles of open road and changing landscapes. Yet, it never felt merely like a road trip. It felt like a journey towards something deeper. By the time I crossed into Northern California, the terrain had already begun to change. The boundaries between mountains and forests blurred, and the air felt more ancient. This part of the state feels forgotten, quiet, spacious, and untouched by the pressures of modern life. Endless pines stretch toward the sky, and the songs of birds echo through the forest. There's a tranquility here that doesn't demand anything from you. It simply exists, but beneath that calm, there's a weight. Volcanoes convey a kind of stillness that differs from other peaks. They possess a dormant sense of peace, yet are alive beneath the surface, and Mount Shasta is no exception. Its prominence reminds me of Mount Rainier, towering, massive, and set apart from everything around it. Still, there's something about the energy here that feels even stranger. The stories surrounding this mountain go back generations. Tales of underground cities, ancient wisdom, and unexplained phenomenon. I didn't come looking for legends. I came because something about this place called to me. When you're driving down the highway and catch your first glimpse of it, you can't help but be drawn in. I've always been attracted to mountains. Even as a child, I would gaze at them in quiet wonder. That feeling has never truly left me. Standing near something so much larger than yourself shifts your whole perspective on life. Now, walking through these woods, surrounded by the same childhood sense of scale and wonder, it's easy to forget the rest of the world. The only things that exist are this mountain, this forest, and whatever you bring into it. I'm out here at Mount Shasta, and the energy is amazing here. If you're not familiar with this mountain, it's the start of the Cascade Range near the Pacific Northwest. It's also a volcano, and at 14,000 feet, it's very prominent. This is a well-known energy vortex spot, and some interesting things have been known to happen here in the past. It has quite the history. Everything from UFOs, Lemurians, portals, Sasquatch, and strange disappearances. If you can think of it, it's probably happened here. Energy vortexes are said to exist in places like these all over the world. And some people think that they emit a special kind of energy that influences the space or frequency around them. I happen to think there's something very special happening here at this mountain. I've been out here for a week taking in this beautiful scenery, meditating, hiking. It's so beautiful, and I love it here. The forest has this magical quality to it. I love the lichen coming off of the trees. Everything is so green, and all the bugs flying around, they just look like little fairies. I know they're bugs, but in the back of my mind, it's like, wow, this is just a magical forest. I don't think I've ever felt this relaxed in a place before. Now, let's make some breakfast. Alright, let's try this. So good. It's perfect. That was a delicious breakfast, but I think I'm gonna be moving here soon because this is just a really buggy area. All the flies came out. I'm using a thermocell, so the mosquitoes aren't a problem, but I need to get out this forest because the flies are just too much of a nuisance. It's also too shady here with all the trees. They're beautiful, but I need to go out where there's less trees, more open space, and sunlight so I can charge my Jackery with my solar panel. This has been a great campsite, but I have to leave because I need more power. There are too many changing shadows, and my Jackery solar panels require direct sunlight to charge effectively, so I'm headed up the road to find more sunlight. The back roads here are quite rough, but luckily my van has enough clearance to navigate them as long as I drive slowly. This year, I've learned just how capable my van is on different types of roads. Despite being rear-wheel drive, I'm surprised at the places I've been able to reach, as long as I make good decisions along the way. The views out here are incredible, and after driving up the mountain, I finally reached an elevation of 7,800 feet. This is the perfect spot to relax and recharge while taking in the scenery. I'm amazed that I can generate power here while I rest. Solar power still blows my mind. Usually, I would have to drive down the mountain for about 30 minutes and use gas. But now, I can just chill here for the day and enjoy the cooler climate while my battery charges up. I currently only have one 200-watt solar panel, which means it takes over 5 hours to collect enough energy for a full charge. Living this lifestyle has given me a deep appreciation for power and its significance. Before I lived in a van, I often took electricity for granted. I would simply flip a switch, and the power I needed was instantly available. But out here, energy is all around you. You just have to go out and collect it. It feels like a more intentional way to live. It's been very hot outside, and there's been a lot of fires popping up around the Shasta Lake area. This area of Northern California still has a lot of drought to recover from. But when you look out into the view, it used to be clear, and now you can start to see some of that smoke rolling in. Luckily, it's quite a bit south of me by about 45 minutes, so I think I should be okay. On my way here, I saw Chinook helicopters gathering large amounts of water from the lake, lifting them up and then flying over to the fire to douse them so that they don't spread. It's pretty wild. I had to drink a bunch of water all day to stay hydrated. The sun has given me a lot of power, almost 1,000 watts, but the price to pay for that is a little bit of discomfort in the heat. The water that I'm drinking was gathered from the headwaters of the Sacramento River. It's water that took 50 years to go through all the aquifers, and is directly from Mount Shasta. That water was so tasty and clean that I didn't feel the need to use a water filter. And the best part is, I didn't get sick. If you decide to try it, definitely use your best judgment. You definitely don't want to get sick, especially when you're traveling. I usually use a water filter, but I was surprised to see how clean it was, so I decided to give it a try, and I got lucky. I just finished charging my Jackery to 100%, so I shouldn't have to worry about power for the next few days. I'm averaging utilizing about 15% of my jackery every night because of how hot the temperatures are right now. Even at 7,000 feet, it's pretty warm. I arrived a few hours before sunset at Panther Meadows, which is located high on the mountain just below the tree line. The quietness here invites you to match its stillness. According to the Wintu people, this is the place where their story begins. They emerged from this meadow. It is sacred ground. The meadow and the spring are more than just beautiful scenery. They represent a living legacy, carried through generations. There is so much positive energy. You can feel it when you're out here. I walked slowly and sat near the edge of the clearing, finding that meditation felt like the best thing to do in a place like this. There are also tales of Telos and the Lemurians, about a hidden city deep beneath the mountain, where ancient beings are said to still reside. I'm not here to prove or disprove any of those stories. But I can say this, the longer I stayed, the less I felt the need for words. My heart felt as if it were opening in a way that had never happened before. There's an honesty to this place. You can show up as you are. There's no expectation and no pressure to understand, just the space to be present. The more you enjoy the beauty, the more beautiful it becomes. When I left, I felt more aware of how much the land holds, and how rarely we take the time to notice those things. It was a journey of discovery, and I left feeling more engaged with the world around me.
Overall, it was a great day. I finally got the power that I needed. I had to wait in the sun for about 5 hours to get it, but it was worth it. It's much better collecting it out here than having to drive down to town and waste all that gas. And now I can run my fans all night without any worry. The smoke is really bad, but I'm hoping that it'll clear out tonight. I think I'm gonna head out for a hike in the morning. Good night.
Fortunately, the smoke cleared a bit overnight. The air feels lighter this morning, making it the perfect weather for hiking. I've been on this mountain for over a week now, and I never tire of it. Every time I turn a corner or glance up, I'm caught off guard. It's just as majestic, if not more so, than the last time I saw it. It's as if the mountain always has new ways to reveal itself. It speaks to you in your own language. I will always remember how this place made me feel. It opened something within me that I didn't realize was closed. Not in a dramatic way, but quietly, steadily, as though it was patiently waiting for me to notice. Now, as I drive down the mountain, I feel fulfilled. I leave not just with memories, but also with questions, insights, and ideas that I didn't expect to take away. It will take time to sort through all of it. Not to make sense of every detail, but to allow it to settle and shape me in its own way. When I finally arrived at the trailhead, the weather was much hotter than I'd expected. The descent from the top of Mount Shasta was significant, with over a 3,000-foot elevation change. Every foot definitely makes a difference in the summer here. Fortunately, this hike is ideal for warm weather. There's plenty of shade along the way. When I first came across the flowing water, I felt a sense of relief. I couldn't wait to cool down. Fairy Falls is more than just a picturesque waterfall. It is considered by many to be a part of Mount Shasta's extended energetic field. The name itself is derived from the belief that this area possesses high vibrational energy. This is the energy that some believe attracts elemental beings such as fairies or nature spirits. Visitors often report feeling a sense of calm, lightness, or even a childlike sense of wonder here. In metaphysical circles, this area is viewed as one of the mountain's softer vortexes, less intense than the summit, but still powerful for reflection, healing, and connecting with subtle energies. In spiritual lore, waterfalls are often thought to cleanse emotional energy and heighten awareness, especially when paired with an energetic mountain like Shasta. Some visitors describe Fairy Falls as a reset point, especially after spending time near stronger vortex areas like Pluto's Cave or Panther Meadows. It is also considered one of the more accessible sacred sites, welcoming those who may be more sensitive or simply seeking peace without the intensity of Shasta's higher altitudes. Those who believe in Telos, the inner Earth Lemurian city said to exist beneath Mount Shasta, often describe Fairy Falls as a place where the veil between worlds is thinner. While Telos is usually associated with deeper meditation sites like Ascension Rock or Panther Meadows, Fairy Falls is said to embody a more playful and elemental energy.
That water was so cold, but on a hot day like this, that's exactly what I needed. And now that I played in the water for a little bit and cooled off, I'm gonna get headed down the road.
As I leave the waterfall and make my way back to the van, I feel an immediate sense of relief. The heat has lifted, my body feels lighter, and my mind is quiet. There's something about being near a waterfall that strips away the clutter, even if it's just for a little while. This place has offered more than I expected. Whether or not you believe in energy vortexes or hidden cities beneath the mountain, you'll probably find something here that resonates with you. It's in the air, the trees, the way light filters through the forest. You don't have to explain it to feel it. For me, this part of Mount Shasta has served as a reminder that stillness and beauty are always available if you're willing to slow down and look for them. The cool water on a hot day, the quiet trail winding through the trees, the way light filters through the forest. These are the subtle healers. They've taught me that healing isn't always loud or obvious. It's the small, everyday moments that we often overlook. It's the realization that you carry with you something that wasn't there before, a sense of peace and understanding. And maybe that's the gift. Learning to notice what's already here and letting it change you.